Are you the good boy with the principles or bad boy with the tentacles? Why I'm here? The octopus might be better left in the deep. A tentacle-filled, comic style, love letter to Lovecraft or Cthulhu's missed opportunities. Is it perfect? For sure no. Hello everyone! Welcome to the Steam Cellar where hidden gems hide in the shadows. I am Luca, your trusty detective, digging the depths of the store to uncover games you've never heard of but need to know about. For today, in the depths of the Steam Cellar lies Forgive Me Father 2, a tentacle-filled, comic-style love letter to Lovecraft and Carnage. Bite Barrel blends Doom 2016's chaotic essence with eldritch horror, creating a shooter that is bizarre as it is thrilling. Expect relentless waves of monsters, uniquely designed weapons with creative shooting styles and hand-drawn graphics that immerse you in a twisted nightmare. And in diverse enemies, a pulsing soundtrack, and the sheer joy of unleashing bullet storms, and you've got the perfect stress reliever. Sure, it borrows heavily from Doom, but it's unapologetic about, and all the better for it. The big question, is it worth your time? If moving down eldritch horror sounds like your idea of therapy, dive into the chaotic abyss. Otherwise, the octopus might be better left in the deep. Either way, the madness awaits. And from the very first frames, I have to applaud the designers. They crafted a visual style that feels like stepping into a Lovecraftian nightmare with a comic book twist. An imaginative blend of madness and tentacles straight out of Call of Cthulhu paperback. The atmosphere is heavy, oppressive, and downright unsettling, but in all the right ways. Dirty walls, scruffy ceilings, locked cages, and grimy partitions create an environment dripping with unease. You're constantly asking yourself, why I'm here? And why does it reek of despair? The opening levels lean into an Asylum-like vibe, but the game smartly shifts gears. Across 22 levels, each area delivers its own unique flavor. Sure, some elements repeat. This is an indie game after all. But the variety keeps things fresh. It reminds me of Doom. Not in a visual, for sure, but in how every corner feels wrong. Like something terrible is awaiting for you. The monsters are another standout. These grotesque residents of the abyss evolve as you progress, ensuring that, oh, not this guy again, fatigue doesn't set in. By the half point, their diversity alone keeps you guessing and on edge. Now, the weapons. You start with the standard early 19th century fare: guns, revolvers, shotguns, and knives. They seem basic at first, but the details are impressive. Take a closer look and you will spot subtle touches, like a Cthulhu insignia etched into the back of your gun. It's as if the weapons themselves are part of the nightmare, whispering, "You won't survive this." As you progress, the arsenal becomes something else entirely. Weapons morph into bizarre hybrids of steel and sea monsters, each more imaginative than the last. If you don't find yourself impressed by these twisted creations, you might need to check your sense of wonder. In short, the design in Forget Me Father 2, from the environments to the monsters to the weapons, is an absolute masterpiece. It doesn't look good, it immerses you in a madness. And isn't that the point? And we are coming smoothly to the story, or as I call it, the thing you will probably ignore while shooting everything in sight. Take Doom, for example. Its intro is dark and bloody, but ID Software doesn't bog you down with lore or moral debates. They hand you a shotgun, toss you into the chaos, and let you figure it out. Is prioritizing gameplay over the story is bad? Absolutely not. Doom nailed it, And if someone disagrees, just hand them a BFG and watch them change their mind. Forget Me Father 2, however, leans heavily into Lovecraftian traditions. It starts strong. A disembodied voice said the eerie tone, pulling you into a horrifying world. For the first 30 minutes, you're intrigued, thinking, something terrible is about to happen, and I need to survive it. But then, the developers decide to bombard you with text. Pages of lore, endless descriptions, and serious backstory fill the screen like they're aiming for a literally word in tentacle prose. Does it work? For me, not at all. I only picked up the lore pieces if they were directly in my path and unavoidable. Otherwise, they were just absolutely unnecessary noise in the chaos. Then comes to the big twist. You're writing your own story. You will face several moral choices. Are you the good boy with the principles or bad boy with the tentacles? Sounds intriguing, right? Unfortunately, absolutely not. These decisions felt hollow and I lost interest immediately. I spent 17 hours in this game and for almost all of them the story felt absolutely irrelevant. Lovecraft and Cthulhu are probably shaking their hands in some dark ocean trench, wondering what went wrong. So here's my advice. Don't sweat the narrative. Skip the lore, grab your gun, and embrace the madness. It's way more fun. 100%. That way. The sweetest tentacle of Forget Me Father 2 is its gameplay, and honestly, it's gloriously chaotic. The first-person single-player shooters haven't exactly been brimming with fresh ideas lately. Since Doom 2016 and Titanfall 2, the genre has felt like a barren wasteland of tactical experiments or co-op cash grabs obsessed with selling skills instead of delivering fun. Boomer shooters like Ultra Kill and Proteus are great, but their pixelated charm doesn't quite satisfy the craving for Lovecraftian HD carnage. Enter Forgive Me Father 2, a game that proudly borrows from Doom 2016 in all the best ways. And here's what it nailed. Runic combat, relentless waves of enemies make you feel like an unstoppable killing machine. Bullet therapy, enough ammo to exterminate eldritch horrors and your daily stress. Unlockable perks, special abilities that keep the chaos fresh. Classic keys, color-coded objectives that make backtracking surprisingly fun. The core mechanics are rock solid, particularly in the early stages where the gameplay is sharp and relentlessly engaging. The game adds its own quirks. Across 20 levels, you will face 20 unique enemies types and 3 bosses. Some monsters transform if you don't kill them properly, adding strategic depth or just more chaos. One standout moment, a creature I headshot, only to watch it casually pull out a spare head and keep it coming. 2 heads are better than 1 has never felt so literal. Weapons start basics. Pistols and shotguns, but soon evolve into bizarre abyssal monstrosities. These aren't just upgrades, they're entirely new creations. If a shotgun fused with a sea monster doesn't excite you, I am concerned about your sense of wonder. The environmental hazard add tension with barbed wire and fire-punishing carelessness. The flashlight mechanic, which requires manual recharging, adds an extra layer of strategy. Imagine frantically recharging your light in a pitch-black arena while monsters close in. Stressful? Absolutely yes. Atmospheric? Absolutely yes. And for now, for Cthulhu's missed opportunities. The bosses start strong with a thrilling, fast-paced chase backed by a killer soundtrack. But after that, total letdown. The final boss, a lumbering blob, fails to deliver the climactic showdown you'd expect. Worse, The bosses have no meaningful impact on the gameplay or story. Even the level order you choose doesn't change anything. It's choice for the sake of choice. And then there's the levers. One level forced me to find 22 levers in a labyrinth. Imagine running in circles with a caffeinated hamster. It was so bad, it invaded my dreams, and not in a good way. Whoever thought that this was fun deserves their own spot in a gaming hell. Despite its flaws, Forget Me Father 2 is a solid one-time experience. The arena's weapons and Lovecraftian atmosphere make it worth playing, even if some mechanical falls short. Forget the story, grab your gun, and dive in the madness. It's a tentacle-filled thrill ride. What can I say about the sound? Honestly, nothing but praise. It's really cool. The music isn't just there, it's a full-on strike for battle, diving you straight into the chaos with every beat. It's not Mick Gordon's Menace's Rage's 8-string obliteration, but hey, it doesn't need to be. For me, it hit the right notes, fueling the madness and keeping the adrenaline pumping. Just listen to it. I hope you will get it. And we are coming to the shittiest part of this review. In the optimization department, it seems my prayers to Cthulhu for a boost of FPS went unheard by the Lord of the Sea Abyss. Most of my playthrough was on Steam Deck, and without FSR enabled, the frame rate occasionally dropped to a painful 18-25 FPS in areas crowded with enemies. On a gaming laptop, things ran smoothly, but honestly, there is no good reason why these graphics should be so taxing on portable devices. It's a bit baffling. And that's not all. A couple of times I ran into a bug where enemies got stuck in objects, forcing me to restart the game. Not exactly the most blessed experience, I can say. So, if you are planning to play on a portable device, be prepared to do some googling for optimal settings. It's doable, but definitely not plug and play. Consider yourself warned. In the end, Forgive Me Father 2 is a wild Lovecraftian roller coaster, packed with tentacles, chaos, and just enough madness to keep you hooked. It borrows from the best, Doom 2016, we see you, but it also managed to carve its own niche with its cosmic-inspired visual and relentless energy. Sure, the story is forgettable, the bosses are hit or miss, and hunting for 22 levers will haunt me forever. But the game nails what matters. The thrill of unleashing an arsenal on waves of grotesque monsters while soaked in atmosphere. Is it perfect? For sure no. But for the fans of brutal, over-the-top shooters with a sprinkle of Lovecraftian charm, it's an absolute blast. If you are craving a single-player FPS that feels like a nightmare brought to life, Forgive Me Father 2 delivers. So, grab your shotgun, embrace the tentacles, and dive headfirst into the abyss. You won't regret it. Have a good game.